world's largest lake, examines the fact that Lake Superior, the largest lake in the world by surface area, is now among the fastest warming of the world's largest lakes.
Bob Sterner is the director of the Large Lakes Observatory at University of Minnesota, Duluth.
Lake Superior is known as a cold lake for a good reason. And most of the lake water, no matter what's going on with the atmosphere, the sun and everything, most of the lake water is deep and is roughly 4 degrees Celsius, so just over the freezing point. One of the things, though, that is changing surprisingly rapidly in Lake Superior is the summer water temperature is going up really, really fast. Faster than the overlying air.
To understand why, we need to examine the vanishing winter conditions around Lake Superior. According to Deanna Erickson, director of Lake Superior National Estuarine Research Reserve, during winter, ice typically acts as an insulator, which keeps the lake cold.
It's like a lid on top of the water. And so when that lid is there, it's often white because it's got snow on it, and it's reflecting light back out into the atmosphere. And that white lid keeps the Great Lakes cooler underneath.
But global warming brings warmer winters, and that's changing traditional weather patterns in the region.
The last couple of years, there's been virtually no ice whatsoever. So when there are winters with very little ice cover, the sun's rays and energy are just going right into the water and warming the water through the winter. So that's a significant impact.
To illuminate the dramatic warming of Lake Superior, Shepard's film features a record-setting open water swim by a team of 6 world-class marathon swimmers. So the water might sound appealing. It actually creates challenges on the lake. Experts worry that invasive species which flourish in warm water might become an issue. And commercial fishermen, like Stephen Dahl, who's been fishing herring in the lake for over 30 years, say the warm water creates rough currents that make their job increasingly dangerous.
Cold is beautiful. Uniformly cold water out there, no trouble. The top water gets warm, it'll get up to 60, 65 degrees, and it's 39 degrees down in the bottom. So you get some really weird currents. And quite often, we see it, winds one way and currents another way. So when the net comes up, it'll start spinning on you, or the net will be way out there in front of the bow, and the wind's pushing you back the other way. And frightening sometimes. When the water's cold and uniformly cold, you don't get those problems. You don't get the currents.
Experts also believe that climate change contributes to extreme weather around Lake Superior.
There have been 3 500-year or 1,000-year storm events within a 6-year period that impacted Duluth and the south shore of Lake Superior, Wisconsin, and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And the destruction of those storms was incredible.
On top of damage to infrastructure and homes, scientists believe that these storms triggered a new issue in the region. A few weeks after the first storm hit in 2012, scientists recorded the first ever algal bloom on Lake Superior.
The attitude then was, wow, that was weird. Maybe it has to do with the rainstorm, and I hope we never see it again. But what has happened is we have seen these blooms again since.
The appearance of blooms doesn't seem to be a coincidence. Big storms produce large amounts of nutrient-rich floodwater, which overflows into Lake Superior.